Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Imana Amawe. On the program today, police confirm 16 casualties from Sunday's multiple blast in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. Governors of Adamawa and Enugu states assure non-indigens in their states of the safety and security of their lives and property. And drug agencies intensify campaign against illicit drugs as Nigeria marks International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. Thank you for joining us on the program that brings you news from the length and breadth of Nigeria. Police authorities have confirmed a total of 16 casualties from Sunday's blast in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. Addressing a press briefing in Maiduguri today, the Borno State Commissioner of Police, Damian Chukwu, says a total of 7 suicide bombers carried out the attacks at 3 different locations within the vicinity of the University of Maiduguri. According to him, all the suicide bombers died in the attacks, as well as 9 others, including security personnel of the university. 13 other persons who sustained different forms of injuries are currently receiving treatment at the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital. The University of Maiduguri has come under a series of attacks from terrorists, Boko Haram, in the last couple of months. And the Defense Headquarters says the Armed Forces of Nigeria is non-sectional, regional or tribal and is ready to protect the lives and property of all in the country. A statement signed by the Director of Defense Information, Major General John Nmj, says military is focused on building its capacity to meet the security challenges in the country in collaboration with other countries with similar challenges, and Pakistan is one of them. The statement, which was released in response to a voice clip in one of the major languages of the country that has been in circulation on the social media, says, quote, "The Nigerian troops that trained as a unit on counter-terrorism in Pakistan were drawn from the Nigerian Army, Navy and Air Force, and in line with the concept of the fourth generation. The personnel cut across all the religions as enshrined in the Nigerian Constitution and all the geopolitical zones. It is not an isolated training program, but an existing and continuous exercise." And still on national security and unity, which has been on the front burner for some time now, the Governor of Adamawa State, Mohammed Jibrila, has assured non-indigens in the state of their safety. The Governor was speaking when he played host to several interest groups in Yola as part of the Eid al-Fitr celebrations. The Governor reiterated the stand of some notable Nigerians that all Nigerians have a right to reside in any part of the country.
I want to assure you that your life and property is safe in this state. Secondly, and most importantly, as far as I'm concerned, as far as this government is concerned, you are indigent of this state. So please, people take it easy. There is no any problem. We are all Nigerians, and Nigeria must remain one. Nigeria's integrity is not shakeable. We can never negotiate Nigeria for anything. And I'm sure those that are doing the agitation, let them do it in that their place. Because peoples that are in the north, they are all part of the northerners. I want to assure you that one. So we could stay campaign, not anyone. So I want to assure you on that one, please. The CP is here, the director of SSS is here. We are all putting hands together. And all our hands are on deck to make sure that we don't have any problem, not only on the insurgency, but even on the ethnicity and other finance that is happening in the state.
Governor of Adamawa State, Mohammed Jibrila, in the same spirit of the season, the calls for peaceful coexistence, the Governor of Enugu State, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, has visited the Hausa community in the state to reassure them of the security of their lives and property. The governor was received by the leader of the community, Yusuf Sambo, and other members amidst cheers. After a meeting with the governor, the leader of the Muslim community assured the government of their commitment to align with the state's policy in ensuring the peaceful coexistence of Northerners and the Enugu people.
Your Excellency, we are more than happy to see you in our midst. And this is not your first time. You've been here last year, and it's a demonstration of love to the citizens of Enugu State. And we are part of that citizen. We are happy with the gesture. When the SCA on security came, we are more than 1,000 or more that received him here. And we gave him our speech. We said Ramadan is a month of prayer. Prayer for constituted authority, prayer for the nation, prayer for our states, prayer for the local government leaders and traditional leaders. We use that forum also to extend our profound gratitude to the good people of Enugu State that we have been living in peace with over the years, and that marriage.
It's International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, and the National Drug Law Agency is intensifying its campaign on the dangers of the use of illicit drugs. The agency and other concerned Nigerians marched through the streets of Abuja over the weekend, sensitizing Nigerians on the effect of using banned substances. The chairman of the NDLEA, retired Colonel Mohammed Abdullah, says the agency has kept faith with its operational promise of an intensive and extensive policing of the nation's air, sea and land borders, which has made it difficult for cartels to operate.
Officials of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, and other sister agencies embarked on a road walk in Abuja to sensitize the public on the dangers of illicit drug trafficking and drug abuse. According to the NDLEA, the illicit drug market in Nigeria is still massive despite the gains reported by the agency over the past 2 years. In 2016 alone, over 8,000 suspects have been arrested by the agency for allegedly trafficking about 264 million kilograms of illicit drugs, including cocaine, heroin, and cannabis. This is an improvement over the previous year, in which the agency recorded 8,778 arrested suspects with about 904 million kilograms of illicit drugs. In spite of this apparent success, the agency is expressing concern over rising incidences of abuse of some prescription drugs amongst young people.
There are also the misuse of illicit drugs, which means they are legal, but they are taken in doses out of proportion to what is prescribed. For instance, I can tell you for one that is the vogue now, tramadol. The ones that are found around the world was only 50 milligrams. The ones that people peddle in Nigeria are 230 to 250 milligrams. Even a horse taking that will have an effect.
Speaking on how to curb the trend, the chairman of the House Committee on Drugs says there is need to back existing laws with enhanced sensitization.
I think what we have in Nigeria is okay with us. So I don't think it's necessary we increase the punishment or any other thing. So we're okay with what we have. What we should do is educating both the users, the end users, and those people peddling the drugs. That is not good for health. It is not good for the country.
Although some countries, including Malaysia, China, and Singapore, administer capital punishment for illicit drug traffickers, punishment for traffickers in Nigeria is much less consequential, ranging from 5 to 20 years imprisonment. Currently, however, there is a bill from the NDLEA in the Senate seeking to amend some of these laws.
Still ahead on the news across Nigeria, farmers in Taraba State have taken to the streets calling for the passage of the anti-open grazing bill. Join us after this timeout.